Welcome to CBN4's Primetime News Package. I'm your presenter, Alian Christopher. Here's a look at the top stories. A number of workers made redundant by Ross University. The Public Relations Officer of Dawasco says building back better is nothing new to Dawasco. And works continue at the Roseau cruise ship berth. A number of employees were earlier today made redundant by the Ross University School of Medicine here in Dominica 3 months after Hurricane Maria devastated the island. Though the number of persons made redundant remains unconfirmed, CBN4 understands that well over 100 employees received redundancy letters. Marissa Stedman reports.
I can tell you, Alien, that it came as a shock to the employees of Ross University School of Medicine in Portsmouth when the announcement was made today. People are being made redundant from this facility. Of course, many people in and around Portsmouth benefit from this institution. Taxi drivers, tour operators, guest house and apartment owners, restaurants, cafe shops, especially the vendors and those who work within the facility are all affected by the decision made here today. We've just learned from one individual who works at Ross University that every half hour persons are being called into a meeting to find out their fate. CBN4 is now in the community of Portsmouth, in the town of Portsmouth, and we are seeking to go closer to find out just how persons have been affected by the decision made by Ross University today. That is a lot of people who are out of work after the passage of Hurricane Maria. Of course, a number of institutions have made redundant a number of employees, and Ross University is just another institution having done that. One person mentioned that the problem with the situation right now is the manner in which it was handled. He believes that they were not prepped enough to receive this news. Like I said earlier, Ross University School of Medicine has been the bread and butter for the people of Portsmouth and communities surrounding the area for quite some time. The university is well established in Dominica for quite a number of years, so unfortunately it comes as disturbing news for those within the facility who are being made redundant today. And this is the building in which the meetings are being held. Like I said earlier, one person who works at Ross University mentioned to us that meetings are being held every half hour. So persons are going in there not knowing their fate. Will they remain an employee of Ross University, or will their employment be terminated as of today? CBN4 has attempted to speak to management, but unfortunately no one has been able to communicate any information with us. We've been told that they are pretty busy at this time. So for now, CBN4 continues to watch as the story unfolds. Marissa Stedman, CBN4 News.
Thank you, Marissa. At a recent press conference, the Prime Minister of Dominica said a committee was appointed to oversee the situation at the Ross University.
In respect to Ross University, as you know, we appointed a committee to oversee the Ross situation and to work with Ross University in its recommencement of classes. Our hope is that we can get Ross to be back in May of next year, 2018. And we're also helping the property owners, the Dominican citizens who own properties in Picard, to rebuild. This is why we have extended the loan facility at the Aid Bank to the property owners, so that they could have their apartments fixed. They will be able to buy some new beds, those who need beds and appliances and so forth, so they can get that going in quick order.
The Ross University School of Medicine has been in operation here in Dominica since 1978. CBN4 will continue to monitor the situation at Ross University as the story unfolds. 3 local football officials will on Friday receive their FIFA badges at a short ceremony at the Patrick John Football House in Bath Estate. Referee Chavis Del Sol, along with assistant referee Clyde Cadet and Sean McDonald, are the 3 referees receiving FIFA badges on Friday. And chairman of Stardom Tent, Norman later said that Hurricane Maria has negatively affected the Stardom Tent. Later noted that not only did the tent lose a significant amount of its sponsors, but the quality of the tent would also be affected.
Well, it has affected Stardom Tent tremendously in that we have lost 2/3 or 3/4 of our sponsors. It has affected the venue. They are trying to get it together. We think by Saturday it should be okay. And it would affect the quality of Calypso too, because I think we had a whole maybe 2 months where people would have done nothing. At that time they should have been recording, they should be composing, or looking for composers and so on. We did nothing. I mean, they did nothing. So you'll find it would affect the tent. It will definitely affect the quality of Calypso. There will be 1 or 2 maybe that will compose before Maria, but it will definitely affect it greatly.
Later noted, the Stardom Tent has been ongoing since 1991. Meantime, Miguel Labadie, assisting with promotions for Stardom Tent this year, announced that the media in general, along with other sponsors, will be working with the Stardom Tent.
With sponsorship, but then the media houses, the various radio stations, all the media houses understand that it's a win-win for all parties, and we can all benefit, and they have a role, they have a responsibility to assist in promoting the art form and keeping the culture alive. So the media generally, along with a few other kind sponsors, will be working with the tent to ensure that the information is reached, and we have whatever little support that can come in order to give the people the Calypso that they so want, they so need for the season. Labadie
also said the Calypsonians are getting an opportunity to express themselves even after Hurricane Maria's negative impacts.
But Top, for sure, who has the most popular song out right now. We saw him at the eliminations. He has been around for 1 or 2 years, has tried out the Calypso, but this year he's making a huge statement with Former Line, and Stardom is very happy to have welcomed the Top, who is a much anticipated artist this year. So the Calypsonians on a roll are getting an opportunity to express themselves, to showcase their talent, while entertaining the people and still being able to earn whatever level of income they can earn for themselves. So it's a wonderful opportunity that we've been blessed to have been able to move forward and proceed with a tent this year, which is going to be just fantastic.
The inaugural tent is expected to take place on Saturday, January 6th at the Strip on the Loubier Highway. And we'll be right back with more news right after this break. And welcome back to CBN4's Primetime News Package. The Roseau cruise ship berth, which suffered significant damages during the passing of Hurricane Maria, is currently under repairs. Back in December 2017, The Chief Executive Officer of the Dominica Air and Seaport Authority, Benoit Badwell, indicated that work is being done in order for the cruise ship berth to be operational for January 2018. Marissa Stedman reports at the Roseau cruise ship berth.
Yes, Alien. Well, as we know, on September 18, 2017, Hurricane Maria devastated this island and of course affected all sectors of our economy, particularly the tourism sector. Now, for those persons who are wanting to make a living, who are engaged in the tourism sector, it must come at good news to them to know that the Roseau cruise ship berth is being repaired. It is in need of urgent repair if we are to accommodate the cruise ships that are set to arrive in January. CBN4 is at the Roseau cruise ship berth where we are witnessing the work at hand. Marissa Stedman, CBN4 News.
Thank you, Marissa, for that report. Dominica welcomed on Thursday, December 28, 2017, the SY Sea Cloud 2 of Sea Cloud Cruises to its shores, marking the first cruise ship call to Dominica since the passage of Hurricane Maria. The ship was anchored at the Purple Turtle Beach in Portsmouth, bringing approximately 200 cruise passengers to Dominica's shores. And the Dominica Festivals Committee is set to host the official launch of Mass Dominic, Dominica's Carnival 2018. The event is expected to take place this Friday at the press room in the Prime Minister's office. It is hopeful that the Minister of Tourism and Urban Renewal, Honorable Robert Tong, Mr. Colin Piper, Chief Executive Officer of Discover Dominica Authority and Director of Tourism, and select Carnival stakeholders will be all in attendance. And also in the news, the Public Relations Officer of the Dominica Water and Sewerage Company, Edward Bridges, has announced that the water company, the WASCO, took on the role of building back better right after Tropical Storm Erica in 2015 and not just after Hurricane Maria. He said hence the reason the WASCO was able to restore water so quickly. Bridges further mentioned that building back better is nothing new to the WASCO.
We have had to invest quite a bit to build more resilient systems, and of course Maria has put us in a position where we've had to do that. And so many of the systems that we are building back and putting back together required a lot of investment, and so we're doing so. Although I must state that many...
While the WASCO continues to invest heavily on building back better, Regis indicates that natural disasters will continue to affect the water systems.
That many of the water systems remain vulnerable. I mean, natural issues like landslides and heavy rainfall and so on will continue to affect our water system. There is not much that you can do to really run away from landslides and heavy rainfalls and climatic conditions, which affect our natural resources. However, we have taken on board very seriously the concept of resilience and building back better and ensuring that we can have better systems, and we've done so in many ways.
The Public Relations Officer also notes that the WASCO is already gearing up for the 2018 hurricane season.
WASCO is ready in itself in many ways to combat whatever may come our way. We understand that the 2018 hurricane system might be, as bad or maybe even worse. And so we have to prepare for that. We have a few months to do so. So even with our systems being vulnerable, the important thing is to be able to get back the services to the general public as soon as some natural disaster takes place.
Regis further indicated that many of the communities that are deemed more vulnerable than others would have problems with their water systems in event of a natural disaster. And that takes us to the end of the Primetime News package for this evening. If you have missed any of the stories, you can visit the CBN4 website at cbn4.com. I am Alan Christopher saying thank you for watching.